Hello everyone and welcome back to another custom die-cast review. Today we have the man himself, Ty Gibbs. Absolute mad lad in the Xfinity series, by the way. Guy's on a roll. He's been winning since he's entered not the Cup series, but the Xfinity series. Speaking of Cup series, let's kind of touch on that a little bit. So he has been fairly decent recently. Now, some people are hating on him. Personally, I love seeing Ty Gibbs in a Cup seat. Just kind of get some experience, because, I mean, you can say he's a silver spoon or not. You can say that he's only gotten to where he is because of, his relativeness for racing, I guess, or in racing. But, I mean, nonetheless, dude, you can't just sit there and say he's talentless, because he's clearly not. He's got, look, even 3 winter stickers are on this car. Now, back in, 2021... He won a couple races in the, Xfinity Series. I don't remember, when did he enter the Xfinity Series? Was it 2019? Or was it 2021? Or not 2019, it would have been 2019. No, it wasn't that far back. Was it 20? No, it had to be 2021, right? I don't remember. Either way, since he's been in the Xfinity Series, he's been pretty darn good. I mean, he really has. He's done fairly decent for a... making only 5, 6, 7 Cup starts. I think he's already cracked the top 10, which is pretty good. And, of course, he's going to have a lot more experience now, because with, unfortunately, Kurt Busch being out of the playoffs, missing, he's going to be missing more races. Ty Gibbs is definitely going to get a pretty good chunk of Cup Series experience. Now, of course, eventually, he's going to move up to the Cup Series. I don't know when. A lot of people are talking about that number 18 car being available. A lot of people are just saying everything about where Kyle Busch is going, where Ty Gibbs might go, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I guess we're really only have to wait and find out. But, I mean, I figured I'd make this custom just because, 1, I've seen it in person, 2, I've wanted to make a Ty Gibbs car, and it's just a good paint scheme. Now, you can never go wrong with the classic Monster Energy scheme. Kyle Busch has ran this exact paint scheme, well, not exact, but pretty similar to the same paint scheme in the same number back in, 2015. Stuff like that. 2014 maybe. So, of course, we're talking about Nationwide Series. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a decent little car. Of course, you got Kurt Busch, who's driving the 45. And why can't I think of the team? 2311, of course, obviously. Duh. He's got the same paint scheme. He's had that paint scheme since, 2019 or 18? Kurt Busch has. I know it's definitely been since 2019, but he's carried it all the way up until present day, and honestly, I don't really think you can go wrong with the scheme, because it looks pretty darn good. I think there's another driver, I think Herps has this pretty much same paint scheme, just a different number, obviously. Either way, it's a fairly simple paint scheme, and it always looks good. So this is a mix, I should probably say this, this is a mix of Pato's Place decals for the number 1 2021 Monster car. So I'll kind of point out what is a decal from Pato's and what is not. So basically the whole front bumper, the numbers, and the rear banner and the rear bumper are all, and the Ty Gibbs logo and winter stickers and the B-post, those are all the ones I've printed out. Everything else is from Pato's. Oh, and the interstate batteries, that is also one I printed out as well. But everything else is from Pato's Place. Of course, got to give a little bit of credit here to my good buddy Diecastbuffet. He kind of sent me these decals for the Kurt Busch car. I am working on the Kurt Busch car right now, and I'm working on the 2022 Kurt Busch Monster car. So there's a lot of monster projects going on right now. And I got a fantasy alternative paint scheme that I'm going to be making for him pretty soon also. Now, a lot of people may not like that I made this custom because, of course, some people just don't like Ty Gibbs. Some people were saying, like, hey, everybody does the Ty Gibbs paint scheme, do Herbst or something. But personally, I wanted Ty Gibbs. And not to mention, I saw him run this scheme at Martinsville way back in, however long ago that was. But for the Martinsville Xfinity race, I did see him run this paint scheme. So, I mean, just another reason for me to make it. So we got the Monster Energy logo right there. Of course, the Supra down at the bottom. Got the Xfinity / Gibbs banner. Now, normally I print these on my own, but this was actually Or no, this was printed from the decal sheet. But normally I make my own separate banners, and this is not one of those. This is just kind of what was on the template, so I figured I'd try it out. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's definitely better than what I print, so I mean, I guess it's okay. Then I didn't cover the back one all the way, so now it's this is what I printed versus what I printed, but on the actual decal sheet, and I don't know why it's a difference, because it's like the same thing. Nonetheless, got the 54 right there, Monster Energy behind that as well, Gibbs on the rear name banner there, Monster Energy on the deck lid. Of course, I'm not really a fan of Patos because of, like, some of the decals you can't really read sometimes, like Monster Energy. You can see the monster, you can see the M, but the energy text, you can barely kind of read that, so I'm not really a fan about how that looks. But I'll let it slide because these are some freaking crystal clear decals here, so, you know, I'll let it slide a little bit. Got a freaking cat hair on the back here. There we go. Let's see if we can focus a little more, please. Thank you, please, maybe. Come on now. I know you're better than that. Come on. That's a little better. You can see, again, my decals are nowhere near as clear, but I got the taillights, Supra 50 Ford, yeah, 50 Ford, everybody. 54 without a D, and of course got Toyota, got the tailpipes back there. So there's that. Of course, you got the interstate batteries, Monster Energy right there. Of course, you got the M, the B post, Toyota, can't tell, and our sports clips, and then Joe Gibbs. And then, of course, you got Ty Gibbs with 3 winter stickers. I don't really know what those stickers were from. 54 NASCAR race car logo. Like, again, that's Patos. I'm not really a fan of why the NASCAR race car logo looks so pixelated. But, I mean, at the same time, if you look at mine aren't really very good either. Got some little logo beside the Xfinity Series. Xfinity Series there, Mobile One, Lincoln Welders, and Arrowhead. Right there, of course, you got the Goodyear tires. Now, this is my fault. I scaled the template, and it was just a little too big, so I kind of had to shave down some of the pieces, but there's Simpson, if we can focus. Simpson, ARP, and Sunoco. Again, you got the 54. Of course, you got the headlights there, the grill, and then same thing over here, which just looks a little worse. So, yeah, again, it's for my collection. I'm not really too worried about how some of these decals kind of turned out, because, again, I'm not trying to sell it or anything, so I'm not trying to get the super best high quality for putting something out there, but for my collection, it'll do. So there is the Monster Energy Ty Gibbs car for 2022. I don't think I specified the year, but I mean, by the purple banner, purple Xfinity logo, and the purple winter stickers, you probably knew anyway. But nonetheless, yeah, I thought this kind of came out, you know, fairly decently. Of course, I had to do a mix between my decals and Patos, so sometimes it's a little weird with how it looks, but nonetheless, I think it turned out pretty decent. Speaking of Patos and my decals in general, I am kind of working on a lot more decaled customs here soon. I'm going to try to... I got, let's see, I work today, off tomorrow, then I work a couple days, and I'm off like 3 days, and I work a day, then I'm off like 3 more days. So with all of that, I'm definitely going to be doing a lot for the channel, for customs, just kind of cleaning up a little bit, making my room a little more presentable for YouTube, because I'm trying to do my room tour here soon whenever I get the chance to do that. That would be very nice, because I've been wanting to do that ever since I pretty much started YouTube, but back then, didn't have a lot of cars to show off. Now I've kind of got to the point where I reached my point of collecting, downgraded a little bit, started selling a bunch of stuff, making customs, so I'm not at the peak of what I would have been a couple years back in terms of having as many diecasts as I did, but it's still going to be a pretty cool little showcase, so hopefully we kind of get to do that here very soon. But nonetheless, I do believe that'll be all for this custom diecast review, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.